So we're going to look at algebraic conventions. That means the way that we write an expression or an equation, and there are certain kind of conventions that govern it. Writing an expression not according to the conventions isn't technically wrong, but there is the correct kind of conventional way to do it. So, does anyone know any algebraic convention? Do you know anything about how you would write an algebraic term or an expression?
So if you're tiny, you just say 6 then the x.
Very good. So we omit the multiplication sign. Good, in terms. Well done. Because what? Because multiplication is the default operation for algebra. That's right. So we omit the multiplication sign in terms. So we don't write 6 times y. No, we don't write that. You would just write 6y. And if you were writing ABC times DE, you wouldn't write it like that. You would just write it A, B, C, D, E. That's right. So we omit the multiplication sign. Anyone know another convention? How do we write pronumerals generally?
Above the number.
No, that's the index number. Lowercase, that's right. So pronumerals are lowercase. And if you have multiple letters within one term, what's the convention? They go alphabetically, that's right. And they go alphabetically. So something like BAC is a like term to ABC. They are like terms, but you would write it ABC because that's alphabetical. Okay, any other convention? What about the order in which you put terms? Does anyone know about that one? So if you've got an A term and an M term and an O term, you tend to put them in alphabetical order, that's right. So, so the terms go alphabetically as well. The only difference in that is you look at the powers as well. So if you've got something like 4x to the power 4 plus 3x cubed plus 2x squared plus x, you write them in that order. So you start with the highest power and go down. Okay, so that's the order that you would write that expression in.
The highest power.
The highest power at the beginning, that's right. Okay. So, what about coefficients? There's a rule about coefficients. If we've only got 1x, for instance, or 1y, or 1a, or 1b, what's the convention? We don't write, yes, that's right. So a coefficient of 1 or negative 1 is omitted. So you just write y or negative x or ABC or negative BCD. So we don't write 1y or negative 1x or 1ABC or negative 1BCD. We just write the term or a negative in front of it, okay? And if you also see a negative outside of a bracket, when we start doing the distributive law, you assume that it means negative 1, okay? Any other conventions that you can think of?
Division, you don't do the division sign.
Very good, well done, thanks. So with division, you tend to use a quotient line. So x divided by 2 would be written like that, x over 2. Okay, good. And then what about the constant? Where does the constant tend to go in the expression?
At the end.
At the end, that's right. So the constant goes at the end. And also, if you have got like terms in the expression, what do?
Put them in order.
Well, if you've got 2x plus 3x plus 7x, what do you do? What's it called? Same as the fraction word. Simplify, that's right, you simplify. So are all these coming back to you from last year? So we omit the multiplication sign because multiplication is the default operation. Pronumerals are lowercase, alphabetically ordered if there are more than one letter in a term. The terms go alphabetically as well, so if you've got like 2a plus 3b plus 3c, you would tend to write the a term, the b term, the c term, or they go in orders of the power, from the highest power down. The coefficient of 1 or -1 is omitted. Division, you don't use the division sign, you use the quotient line, just like Matt said. The constant tends to go at the end of the expression, and you always simplify like terms. Don't stop it yet. I'll put these up as 3 separate videos.